I wanted to pick up it in 2021. I was a junior in high school. I was invited to a worship writing retreat, and this was my first experience with any of that. So that's where I wanted to start, because that was kind of the beginning of the mindset that I started to use as everything kind of kept hitting me. Was that all of that was going on, and then I went to Monmouth and had one of the closest encounters to God and like worshiping Him, and and having an experience and an opportunity that I truly didn't deserve, but something that made me feel such joy, but a cool opportunity in light of the kind of the events leading up to it. I had just moved. It was one of a couple of moves in the past couple of years, and it was my first time moving to Peoria and actually living in Peoria. And within the span of a week, I had lived with a couple of different people. I had given away a childhood dog. I had to start driving 30 minutes to school in the morning, and it was just another set of like problems and chaos that had been introduced. And for the longest time, I've been a planner. I had a 5-year plan. I had a 10-year plan. Mostly career stuff, because in my family, money was it wasn't stable. It wasn't ever something that was easy. There was never any comfort in that, and that was the goal. Just not have to worry about it. The biggest dream, honestly, it was to go to film school, but it was also to like get out of the state, to leave Peoria, honestly. I thought if the surroundings changed, then life would change. I did get into a film school out in LA, and that was the goal. When that fell through, when I decided to stay, because at that point it was just my mom and my siblings and I, and work was finicky. Income was not always there. Things were getting kind of rough, and so I decided that I needed to stay in Peoria to kind of stay with my family. So then the plan was ICC. I was going to do that for 2 years. I got the tuition waiver, and I got into the honors program. And I was going to live in the dorms. It was all going to work out. And then my mom and my brothers and I moved into the Dream Center here in Peoria. We got into one of the apartments. It was a miracle that they had one open. I didn't want to go to the Dream Center. And I remember staying home from school because we were picking and choosing what to pawn off for money. And yeah, I just remember feeling such a loss of, like, first, it was the first house, then the next house, then a house in general, and I wasn't feeling called to the path that I was going down anymore. And it helped that I couldn't afford to go to ICC and not work full-time, because my mom's health declined and I became my own source of income. But year to year, it just worked out so beautifully that it was Monmouth that I went to when life was the hardest. I was in a room in a circle facing a bunch of people that I didn't know, and I never felt closer to a group of people in my life, because we were all experiencing the same thing at the same time. And to be playing some of these songs, some of them I also didn't know, and I knew the words. That was kind of how insane it was. Like, we'd go into a song and everyone was together and everyone was just experiencing the Lord's presence at the same time. And I just remember I don't jump or go crazy during worship, and everyone collectively was just like running around the room. And so yeah, to not know words to a song and sing it with people I don't know but felt like I knew, all just praising the Lord at the same time was an incredible experience. One that like I try to not to match that or feel a spiritual high, but try to give the opportunity for other people to encounter that as well, because it's life-changing. Think about it like this. Materially, you can lose so much. And you can also be in any location, and you could still be close to the Lord. I work here at Riverside as the worship assistant, and I also work at the Spot Coffee. Yeah, I'm hanging around here a lot. You might hear me singing. That's me.